Hey guys, welcome to Light Paves Way. I hope that you're all doing well. I'm going to get a message, see what comes through. I'm going to be using the Unknown Animal Spirit deck. As you are probably aware, all my messages are timeless, so I trust that whenever you're guided to one of my videos that there'll be a message in there for you. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. There's no gender in tarot, as we all hold masculine and feminine energies. So flip the roles if you need to. Let's see who we're dealing with. Who are we dealing with today? We have the dragon. Wow, someone's seeing their true self. They're really seeing their true self. This is a person that's trying to balance their own ego. Okay, we have Bear. Yeah, this is someone that's tired. Very, very tired. So this ego that they have, where they're, there's some sort of toxicity, some sort of, it's unhealthy. The ego that they're acting from, it's very unhealthy, and it's because this bear is tired. They're not sleeping very well. We have Tarantula. So the Tarantula, this is someone that follows their intuition. Yeah, they can sense a lot within their surroundings. They feel. Okay. Give me one more for the bear. Wow, okay. Cobra or eagle? Both. Okay. Yeah. This bear that is tired. This is someone that, they're a know-it-all. They're a know-it-all. Now we have ego. Yeah, this person is also very, very controlling. Very controlling. This person isn't sleeping. They're not sleeping because, this tarantula, I'm getting, because they follow their intuition, they're very intuitive. If you think of spiders, they run away. They run away when, when a human approaches. So, humans are much, much bigger than spiders. So this big, controlling, know-it-all, that's very, very egotistical, they've scared this tarantula. This tarantula has run away. One more for the tarantula, please. Fire ant. Oyster. Okay. Wow. Okay. This. Whoa. Okay. Tiger. Underneath the deck. So this bear that's acting out of, you know, their ego, this bear was hoping that the tarantula would argue, but they haven't. They haven't. They haven't argued. They was hoping, this bear was hoping the tarantula would argue, but they haven't. This tarantula is very, very masterful. They're very, very masterful. They've mastered their own energy, their own emotions. This tarantula, you know, they've used their intuition, and they've seen the way this bear in reverse is acting. So they've, you know, they've clammed up. They've used their intuition. They've clammed up, and they've distanced themselves from this bear. Now take, you know, you could either be the bear or you could be the tarantula. You know, take it how it fits. You pick your side of the story. You're either the bear that's acting out of ego, you know, trying to control a situation, thinking that they know everything, wanting to, you know, it's like you wanting to trigger someone into an argument. Or you could be the tarantula that stepped back and distanced. With tiger underneath the deck, this tarantula is very, very passionate, and it's very passionate. They sense a lot. They're also, they're also very, very fierce. This tarantula has mastered the light and the dark. They've mastered it. They've brought it into balance. This tarantula has had to walk away because they know that their dark side, their shadow, is fierce. They would destroy, the tarantula would destroy the bear. So they've, you know, but they've mastered it. They've mastered that side to them, and they've walked away. Pick your side. Pick your side. Are you the bear or are you the tarantula? 2 more shuffles. What more can you give me about the situation, Spirit? Four of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's a with this bear, there's a lot of stagnation, a lot of stagnation. If you know, I'm gonna be talking from the perspective of the tarantula. The tarantula has found that this bear has been, you know, it's causing them stagnation, causing them to feel stuck. Yeah, the tarantula is finding that the bear is very, very immature. They may be very dishonest. Yeah, this I'm getting this bear doesn't know how to trust. Yeah, and it's due to a lack of self-love. Yeah, this bear, it's a lack of self-love, and that lack of self-love is it's coming from emotional loss. This bear has lost someone or something, and it's caused them a lot of emotional pain. And now, because of that, they don't trust. They do not trust. And they don't have that self-love. Yeah, this tarantula, at this present moment, this tarantula, you know, feels very, very uninspired by this bear. Yeah. Judgment. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Now that the tarantula has clammed up, they've clammed up, and they've, you know, they've distanced themselves from the bear. This bear is now, you know, they're having an awakening. They're seeing their true self. They're seeing their true self. And they're having, you know, to learn how to balance that ego. And that requires going within, healing from whatever this emotional loss is for them. They've been holding, this bear has been holding it. I'm seeing like a hoarder, where you hoard lots of, you know, stuff. This bear, they've been hoarding all this emotional pain. They've been holding onto it tightly. The sun. Yeah. 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 This bear is, you know, clarity has come in. They're, you know, they're seeing their true self. This awakening, it was divinely guided. This was meant to happen. This was meant to happen. And I know, you know, and to sit there and think, you know, how is this, you know, meant to happen? You know, because now this tarantula, you know, has climbed up the feeling disappointed. This isn't what the tarantula was expecting, you know, and this bear obviously wasn't expecting to be shown their true self, but it was divinely orchestrated. It was divinely orchestrated. This bear has to, they have to, this awakening that they're going through, they have to do the work. They're seeing clarity. They cannot unsee what they're seeing. For them to move forward, now, you know, they have to balance out this ego. They have to take action. They have to take action to heal. To bring change in their own life, for them to move forward, to have a prosperous future. Because if they don't, look at how these two end cards, Judgment and the Chariot, they're dark. There's no colour in there. There's no colour. There's no light. In this present moment, this bear has to balance the ego. They have to balance it. They have to let go of this pain, this trauma, this emotional loss. They have to let it go. They have to heal that. Because if they don't, there'll be no light. There'll be no light in their future. Wow. Four of Cups. Yeah. They have to go within. I did a reading last night about letting go of, you know, letting go of some pain and some childhood trauma, and healing that inner child. This bear has to go within, and wherever this emotional loss, they have to go back to that event where they experience this, you know, this emotional loss, where they lost trust, lost self-love, and they have to acknowledge that and pour love into that situation and forgive. You know, forgiveness is needed in this situation. You know, being hurt, you know, it's not nice, but you know, it's in our best interests to forgive, because holding on to these feelings, holding on to the emotions, and for some resentment, it weighs us down. It weighs us down. It weighs down the mind. It weighs down the body. It weighs down the soul. if this, if there is another person involved in this situation that has caused this emotional loss, then there's a need, we all could take this advice, because, there's a need to forgive those who have let us down in the past. And forgive ourselves. Forgive ourselves. And by doing that, by showing forgiveness to others and ourselves, it shows us that we are in control of our emotions. Yeah. The Seven of Cups reverse. The Seven of Cups reversed. The immaturity. The afraid to trust. The insecurity. It's been illuminated. It has been illuminated. And now, the only option available, because the sun is shining down on the shadow here. It is shining down on the shadow. The only way is to let go of the past and pour love into that. Pour love into oneself. It's the only option. The only option is to heal. This is so heavy, guys. This is so heavy. The Son of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, this bear now, since this tarantula has, walked away, clammed up, walked away, because they was left disappointed, this bear has, they've been shown their true self, and if they do not take this opportunity that's been shown to them to heal, it's only gonna bring more disappointment in the future. They're only going to deceive themselves. They're deceiving themselves if they don't heal. They're lying to themselves, and it's just going to bring more and more disappointment. Underneath the deck, the Hanged Man, reverse. They're just going to miss out on opportunities. For some, if they don't heal, this tarantula has walked away. They feel disappointed, and as time goes on, the door is going to be locked completely if they don't heal. This is going to be a missed opportunity. They could feel at this moment in time that it's a missed opportunity, but they may be in the future, if they do the work to reconnect with the tarantula. But if they don't, it's just going to be missed opportunity after missed opportunity. I'm going to leave that there. I hope this message finds whoever needs it, and I wish you all the luck on your healing journey. Bye for now.